Project management is often seen as the way to organize the construction of major works costing millions of euros. These types of projects are of a very high standard and require considerable resources, human and material. In reality, project management concerns all levels of a company or home. It can involve the creation of new products, the modification of an organization, or even the organization of a trip. Anyone can use the skills and tools of project management to increase their chances of success. Any project requires planning, an understanding of who is involved in what, how long it will take, and how much it will cost. Taking care to manage each of these aspects and understanding what success looks like are the fundamentals of project management. The dictionary defines the term project as an image of a situation or state of affairs that is intended to be achieved. For PMI, an institute that certifies in project management, it's a temporary undertaking set up to create a unique product, service or result. For it to be a project, therefore, you need to structure a new reality to come within a defined time and budget, with a certain degree of risk and uncertainty. If you have time and money, do yourself a favor, but don't operate in project mode. In this introduction, we will situate the project in the business world, mention the main causes of failure, the existing frames of reference, explain the QCD concept, the life cycle, the phases and the main methods for managing a project. In business, projects are omnipresent. In today's uncertain economy, companies need to demonstrate variety, creativity, and responsiveness to remain competitive. One example of this is the ability to bring innovative products or services to market quickly. To meet these challenges, companies are increasingly adopting a project-based approach. Employees are called upon to manage or be involved in several projects simultaneously. The outcome of a project can have a major impact on a company's future. However, some projects fail, leading to overwork, conflict, wasted time, and lack of motivation. This can put a company in difficulty. People involved in projects are not necessarily fully trained in project management techniques. The major reasons of failures are poorly defined objectives, poor planning, poorly mastered content, lack of communication, and unassessed risks. To remedy these problems, in the mid-20th century, some project managers began to seek recognition of project management as a profession in its own right. One aspect of this effort was to obtain a consensus on project management. Some organizations, such as the PMI, have produced guides, such as the PMBOK, referencing knowledge and best practices. They even offer recognized project management certifications. There are other standards such as Prince2 or Scrum, based on Agile methods. These reference systems enable you to move forward more efficiently and achieve your objectives. The aim of project management is to develop the methods needed to achieve the set objectives with sufficient resources. Project objectives are often defined by the QCD triangle: quality, cost, delivery. These objectives may be contradictory, but it's important to find the right balance, taking into account the constraints involved. Project management is a methodological approach that enables you to steer your project with a clear view of its QCD characteristics. The success of a project depends on mastering these three parameters. They will be quantified and translated into objectives at all levels of the project. and analyzed throughout by relevant indicators. The project life cycle is the series of phases a project goes through from start to finish. It provides a frame of reference for project management, whatever the nature of the project concerned. Phases can be sequential, iterative or parallel. The generic life cycle shown here can be applied to any project. A project phase is a set of logically linked project activities leading to the completion of one or more deliverables. In a classic predictive life cycle, the scope, duration and costs of the project are determined during the first phases. When we know the customer's requirements, we can use a predictive mode. The classic waterfall or V-cycle delivers the complete project product to the customer, in line with his initial requirements. In the descending branch, the first thing to do is to translate them into functionalities in the analysis phase, then design the technical parts. The upward branch describes all the steps involved in validating parts, subsystems and the complete system. Adaptive life cycles, on the other hand, are iterative. A reduced scope is defined and approved before the start of an iteration. Agile methods are used, such as the Scrum methodology, which enables a complete product functionality to be delivered to the customer in 1 to 4 weeks. This method is widely used in IT development projects. If we compare the two cycles, we can see that in conventional mode, we deliver a large deliverable at the end of the project that corresponds to the customer's expectations. In Agile mode, we can quickly deliver one part of the product to the customer, then another within a few weeks. We'll start with the parts that are most valuable to the customer. What's more, the customer can modify his requirements as the project progresses. Hybrid life cycles are a combination of predictive and adaptive life cycles. Project elements that are well known or have established requirements follow a predictive development cycle, while elements that continue to evolve follow an adaptive development cycle. If we return to our QCD triangle, the classic predictive approach is driven by the initial plan, establishing the scope of the project, and deducing the schedule and budget. In the adaptive approach in Agile mode, we reverse the triangle. What valuable functionality can I deliver in a month or for €100,000? When a customer knows exactly his requirements, as in Project A, everyone is satisfied if all the objectives are met. In Project B, no one is satisfied because the requirements have fluctuated over the course of the project, and even if the initial objectives are met, no one is satisfied. In Project C, which is carried out in Agile or hybrid mode, everyone is satisfied, despite the fact that requirements have been revised along the way.